In this video, I'd like to show you how to do a discussion for my class. So right now you can see we are on the home page of our class. If you click on discussions from this big blue bar, you can get to the settings for the discussion. And once you set the settings, they'll be the same for the whole semester. So if you clicked on discussions, then you go to this button over here with a wheel and it says settings. Let's click on that. And you want to make sure that reading view is clicked. This, I think, is the best way to look at discussions. Grid view to me is confusing. So also make sure that when it says reply settings, include the original post in the reply. Make sure that that is not clicked. It's also good to have when creating a new thread to subscribe to the thread by default. Make sure that's clicked because that is going to tell you when somebody responds to your post. So now that you have the settings all done, we are going to go to content and click into the discussion we actually want to start with. So if we click to content, we have the getting started, which includes our syllabus, and then we have week 1. And if you look here under week 1, every week is going to have the same 3 things: discussion online, book chapter, and labs. So you want to click on the discussion in line, go ahead and click on the introduction discussion. Now you're in the discussion. So before we get started, I want to show you one thing. Also, these discussion guidelines, everything I'm saying in this movie is written down here, but some people like it visually better. Okay, so everything I just said and I'm going to go over is written down here. There is a trick at the bottom. If you have an iPhone and you're trying to connect pictures from your iPhone into this discussion, most iPhone pictures are this file called a HEIC file, H-E-I-C, and you cannot see those on D2L. So if you have an iPhone, watch this movie. It shows you how to change some settings on your iPhone so that you take pictures that are JPEGs instead of the iPhone file format. All right, so now that's our discussion guidelines. If you look here, we're gonna scroll down until there are some other options here, like a help I don't understand. You can ask things here. If you want to get together with classmates and do a discussion, you can do it here. If I find something that just came off the news, I will post it here for you. And here are graded discussions. So if we go to week 1 discussion introductions, I read what the requirements are. And then once I know what I'm going to post, and I've watched the little video, I'm going to start a new thread. But before I do that, I just want to show you at the bottom of each post, there's a thing called a discussion rubric. This is going to tell you exactly how you get your points. So let me get this in the screen. You can click on that and it's going to tell you your initial post is going to be worth 10 points. This is how I'm grading you. When someone responds to you and you reply back, you can get 3 points. If you make 2 responses to other students. So this is how you get your points. So if you're like, why didn't I get full points? You will be able to see that rubric when you look at your grade each time. So I'm going to close that. So now I'm going to show you how you do a post. So I'm going to start a new thread, and you should always start with a title. And if you put your name in the title, that's awesome, because then I can keep track of whose post is whose. So I'm going to say Joe example post. I'm going to say, hi, here is all the stuff that was asked for, blah, blah, blah. And what if I forgot something? That's okay. Or if I got something wrong, that's okay too, because I'm going to make my post and I have this clicked, subscribe to this thread. So I made my post. What happens? I got something wrong, or I forgot question 3. One of my fellow students or my teacher, when she has time, my goal is to get to everybody's discussions, but some weeks it just gets crazy busy. So your fellow students can read your post and say, hey, you did a great job here, but you forgot question 3. You might want to go back and answer that. And that's perfectly fine to go back and answer, or you're reading your fellow students' posts and you're like, you know what? I said this, but I think I was wrong. And now I'm learning, and this is the correct answer, so I want to change it. That's absolutely fine too, because that's really cool, because I'm seeing people learning while they're doing the discussion. So that's all you have to do for your first day. You've done your initial post. Now you want to come back a second day and you need to make 2 responses to other students. So I'm going to click on this one, Anthony Munoz, and I read his post and I go down and I find this button that says reply to thread. I'm going to say, hi, Anthony. This is what I mean by addressing people by their names. And then I'm going to say, great post here, blah, 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 except I'm not going to say blah, blah, blah. I'm going to say meaningful stuff about your post. I'm going to connect to something I know about, and then I'm going to sign my name. That's what I'm looking for with Netiquette, addressing people by name and signing your name. So you need to do 2 responses to other students' posts, and then you're done for that day. And then on a 3rd day, you go back to your original post. So here's the whole long line of posts by all your classmates. And we're going to find my post, which was Joe example post, and see how it makes it easier to find your post if you've put your name in the title. So now I go back to my post, and hopefully somebody has responded to me. And then I'm going to look at their response and, oh, they asked me a question about my cat, say. So it would be a similar thing where I say, okay, here's a picture of my cat. Just so I can show you how to insert a picture. And if you look at the menu bar here, there's this funny sign here. And if you put your cursor over it, it says insert stuff. So I'm going to choose my computer. And I'm going to choose the file that's on my computer. And I'm going to go down to find it. Ah, I called it AAA. Where is it? There it is. And then I open and I upload that. I've already done this, so I'm uploading my picture. And it shouldn't take this long. Trying to make this movie as short as possible, please. Okay. So this is just a picture of my cat. So I'm going to say it is decorative. And then I insert the picture. Whoa, it's absolutely huge. That's crazy. I don't want that big of a picture. So what I do, look at those eyes. So I'm going to click on this funny symbol here, and that's going to make it full screen. And then I'm going to go down to the picture's edge, to the bottom edge of the picture. I'm going to click on the picture once, and then it gets outlined in this blue outline. I can then grab the corner of it and make it way smaller so that it's not crazy big. Now, say you are studying something for a different, I can even make it smaller. Say you're studying something for a different discussion and you need a picture of a plant. So you could be in your post and then open a new tab in your browser. You could say, do a Google search for bryophytes, which is a type of moss, which is a type of plant. You could put your cursor on a picture, right-click, say copy image, go back to your discussion post, whoops, right there, and then you can say paste it. So you can also do this with Control-C and Control-V, and Apple users, I know there's a way you can do it too, but I'm not sure. You're going to have to look that up. So that is how you get pictures inside of a post. Then I would scroll down. Oh, remember I'm in this enlarged version. So you're like, where's the button that I need to hit post? Because I'm in the enlarged version, I can't see that button. So I need to hit that button again so it's not full screen. Now I can see the button that says post. And you can see that both pictures correctly got into the post. So after starting with the second week, discussions are going to open Saturday mornings and they close Friday at 11:59 at night. You can do your all your posts earlier in the week if you'd like to without missing points. But I think your classmates are going to like you a lot better if you don't leave everything until late Friday. You will not be responsible for Friday afternoon responses and replying to those because that's just crazy. But I hope you learned how to do a discussion in my class. Thank you.